Hey, it's Dusty Showers from Creepy Creatures, Termite and Pest Control, and the creator of www.mrpestguy.com. Thanks for joining me on my videos. If you are a fan of my videos, please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what kind of issues you're having. My goal here is to help you safely and effectively get rid of your insect problem. And if you're having an issue with wildlife, let's find a humane solution so that both you and the animals can be happy. Today, I want to specifically talk about German roaches and how to help you get rid of German roaches the best way, because there's tons of information out there online and most of it is garbage. So what I'm going to do is dig into a video and we're just going to kind of go through it and we will figure out what is actually doable and what you should totally stay away from. So let's see if we can do this the right way. Here is a fancy schmancy roach video. And you can see here that they're having a cookie problem. They got roaches. I want to go back and correct something here. So bear with me 1 second. All right, we're going to add the audio to that so we can hear what they're saying. So I think you can hear this now. Bay leaves. Okay, so what they're saying is if you have German roaches, put out bay leaves. And what I have to say to that is no. Do not use bay leaves for German roaches. I don't know if it works or not, but you're going to have to put out so many bay leaves. You're going to have bay leaves piled like 10 feet high in your house. And if your ceilings are only 8 feet long, it's not going to work out. Bottom line is stay away from bay leaves. Bay leaves do not keep roaches away. And there are lots of things that are actual deterrents for animals, but you have to have them in such large volumes. And is that snake bothering anyone? Hope you don't mind snakes. But yeah, so bay leaves, don't use bay leaves because you're going to need so many that it's just not practical.
Cockroaches are repulsed by the smell.
And they're repulsed. They don't die. That guy just keeled over and died. What is this kind of...
in any grocery store.
Oh, okay. So she's got bay leaves.
Leaving a clump in those hard to clean places.
Yeah, try leaving a clump of bay leaves. No. There's just such easier things to do. And no, it's not going to work. Garlic and cayenne powder. The amazing thing about garlic and cayenne powder is they too can actually have pests. So I can't see how effective garlic and cayenne powder is when you can actually have bugs living in there. It's more like your stored product pests, which rice weevils would be a great example of that. Grain beetles also live literally in cayenne pepper and all types of spices and things like that. And again, garlic, and you're going to have to put out so much of this stuff that it's just your whole house is going to smell horrible and you're still going to have roaches. So don't waste your time with that kind of stuff. Lemons.
Cut a lemon in half and squeeze it directly over your surfaces.
No, using lemons for pest control does not work. And I realize some of you are going to send me comments that say, well, I put out lemon juice and I don't have roaches. That's because you wouldn't have roaches in the first place. So just putting out something and then coming to the conclusion that you don't have something because you did something doesn't mean that you don't have something because you did something. You can put out water and not have roaches and say that you don't have roaches because you have water. Vinegar is the same thing. We use a ton of vinegar in my house, but we do not use it for pest control. You know why? Because it doesn't help for pest control. It helps clean things. It's great for cleaning floors and stoves and things like that. But no, using it for pest control, it's just not going to be effective. Now, maybe I should clarify. There are some cases where you might not have any problems, and you put out something and you continue to not have any problems. Maybe it worked, maybe it doesn't work. But if you have an infestation of German roaches, you can't mess around with any of this stuff. And I won't make you wait till the end. We use a product called Alpine. Alpine WSG specifically is what we like to use. We don't use neem oil. Again, you're going to have to use this. Like the creator of this video just went online and just found what other people say is good for pest control. They didn't go to anybody that uses this for pest control. What they did was they went to people like Martha Stewart, who comes up with all these home remedies, and then she makes a video. People watch the video 2 million times, and then they say, wow, vinegar works for pest control. That's not personally against Martha Stewart. I don't know if she actually does it, but it's that type of thing where people just go to the internet, they find what other people are saying, and they just repeat it. If you have German roaches, don't waste your time with vinegar.
Form where need be.
Use
7,
Alpine.
Soap solution.
Borax.
Find
Okay.
a soap that contains borax.
Yeah, so we see this quite a bit. And the challenge here is that some of the insecticides that we use have boric acid in them. So people say, well, if boric acid is an insecticide, let's just put soap everywhere. Putting soap out for bugs isn't going to work. And even with boric acid, it's not great at affecting getting rid of German roaches in large numbers. So it will work killing animals or killing insects rather in smaller numbers, but it won't work for getting rid of roaches with large numbers. Neither will cats either. Okay, so they're saying use catnip. I love catnip. I love to see cats on catnip, but catnip for bugs? No. Don't expect that you're going to get rid of a German cockroach problem by putting out catnip. It just doesn't work that way.
If you grow catnip in your garden,
okay, I'm getting impatient. Okay,
you can make yourself with ingredients you likely have in your kitchen.
Make a roach trap. Okay, if you've had German roaches before, you know for a fact that you can't just put out a roach trap and you're going to solve your German roach problem. German roaches get everywhere. They get in the hinges of the kitchen cabinets. They get in the stove. They get in the refrigerator, like the seal of the refrigerator. They'll actually chew a hole and live inside the seal. So
put a mix of baking soda and sugar in it.
Baking soda and sugar. No, you're not going to be able to poison them with baking soda and sugar. They're either going to eat that and walk away with a full belly, or they're just going to totally ignore it. Now think of this. If these things are so easy, why would us as pest control guys spend thousands of dollars a year on expensive products? They just don't. It doesn't work like this. If we could just put out boric acid, we would charge you to come to your house and put out boric acid.
Number 2. Duct tape trap.
Duct tape. Okay. Really, if you have a German roach problem, don't resort to duct tape. It's just, it's insane because German roaches will multiply so fast that your duct tape is just going to be completely ineffective at catching roaches. Now, if you like catching roaches, then that's a great way to catch roaches. But if you want to eliminate problems, that's not going to do it. An empty pickle jar, I don't even know. I'm running out of patience. Pickles don't work. Okay, again, we're back to the roach trap. Don't trap your roaches. That's not going to get rid of your roaches.
Place them throughout your house.
Place this. What kind of house you have if you have jars full of tape just placed throughout your house? The coffee trap. The coffee trap works for some people. I don't think it's going to work for roaches.
Fill it with wet coffee grounds.
Wet coffee grounds. Roaches are going to go in. They're going to eat that. No. German roaches don't work like that. They multiply so fast. So let me do this. I want to go to something else here. And what we'll do, let me see. I'll tell you a little bit about how we deal with German roaches. And I'm not telling you to hire us. If you live somewhere else, even if you live here, I'm going to tell you how you can do it exactly on your own. And so, well, this is great because German roaches love to live in these hinges. So what you got to do is get a hold of a product called Alpine WSG. Let's see. All right. And this is really all it is. It comes in 2 forms, a syringe like this. And all you need to do is take a little bit of bait like that and dab it around any area where you're seeing German roaches. It doesn't take much, just a little tiny dab. Or you can get Alpine WSG, which is it's the liquid solution. It's got to be mixed in with the sprayer. And then you spray that wherever you see roaches, like in the hinges and refrigerator motors. Make sure that you hit the motors because they love to get in the motors where it's nice and warm. They love to get in the refrigerator, the seal. And like I said, they'll chew a hole and they'll live inside there. So you got to put some stuff in there too as well, Alpine. In some of the cases, like with the motors of the refrigerator or the lining, if you can safely apply something like Delta Dust is great at getting rid of roaches in a tight space where you're not going to blow dust everywhere. But again, kitchen cabinet, just dab a little bit in these places. People are never going to know that you're treating for roaches. You're not going to have to leave out jars full of tape, and you're not going to have to leave out coffee grounds. You're not going to have to fill every room with bay leaves. So in this video, which you can find online, this is one of mine, just about how we deal with German roaches. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Honest to God, get Alpine, pick it up either through Amazon. I'll have a link down below. You can get it there. If you want to get it on your own, great. It's typically not something that you can buy at a store like Home Depot or the big box stores. We have to buy it specifically through a supplier. So they only sell to pest control stores. You can get it online though. So it's awesome. I use it in my house. I have 5 daughters, 2 dogs. My wife is a cancer researcher. We also use it extensively at the Humane Society, where we provide free pest control for them. We have customers with babies. As long as you're using it by the label, it's 100% safe to use around babies and dogs and cats. But again, be sure to follow the label. If you're not using it by the label, then I can't guarantee any of those things. But if you're using it by the label, it's an amazing product. I feel totally comfortable putting out in my house. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I think I covered everything. German roaches multiply super fast. And maybe I'm not going to wrap it up because I still a couple things. Every time I put up a German roach video, there's always somebody that says, just put out mothballs, or just put out peppermint oil, or just put out this. No, those things don't work. And you make those comments like you know 100% what you're talking about, like you've had a lot of experience. And if you've had enough experience, you know that German roaches are extremely tough to deal with, and they drive people crazy. That's why you need a good product. And even in pest control, I've got access to thousands of products. I could use anything, but I use Alpine, and it's actually a little bit more expensive than most of the other products. But it's better to come in with an expensive product that works than to screw around with a whole bunch of inexpensive things that don't work. So whatever your neighbors tell you, ammonia, mothballs, peppermint, bay leaves, don't screw around with any of those things. If you have German roaches, take care of it the right way. Get some Alpine WSG if you want to mix it in water, or if you want to keep it simple, just get the syringe form, which you should be able to get on Amazon, and your German roaches are going to go away. And if they ever come back again, because they come back in with some groceries, or your next door neighbor in an apartment brings them in, you just put more out before they get out of control, and you're going to be all taken care of. So thanks for watching. You can, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, Creepy Creatures Inc. is my company. Feel free to join my website too with MrPestGuy.com, where we try to give you free advice on how to deal with all sorts of bug and wildlife issues, always humanely. And I'm going to wrap it up there. So again, if you like my videos, please be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Give me some questions. I'd love to answer some questions and help you figure out what's going on. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.